Well, hi, thanks so much everyone for coming to the class today. I'm Maria Anderson. Today we're going to make a simple, beautiful salad from apple, carrots, pineapple, beets, and we're going to finish it with some fresh mint. I was inspired to create this recipe based on a juice that I'd seen at a farmer's market. The juice contained all of these ingredients, but they removed all of the fiber, and the result was this beautiful looking juice that unfortunately was concentrated sugar from all the fruits and vegetables. So I wanted to develop a salad out of that contained all the whole foods that went into the juice. So in preparing this salad, it couldn't be easier. First we'll start with the apple. Now when we have a round fruit or vegetable, the first thing that you want to do is to create a flat surface. That will make it a lot more stable on your cutting board and easier for you to prepare. So first we'll grab our knife, and to create stability, we want to put our finger and thumb right at the hub of the knife, which will give you much more stability than if you just put your finger on the spine of the knife. So we'll grab it like that, and then we'll grasp the fruit with our hand. We'll pull back the fingers almost in a claw to prevent us from cutting our fingers while we're preparing the food. So we'll just make a single cut down the middle, and then we'll have two flat surfaces to work with. So then we'll cut off the tip of the apple, put that aside. With any fruit or vegetable, if the peel is edible and attractive looking, you want to try to include it in the recipe because it adds nutrients and fiber. So first, with a cutting of fruit or vegetable, you want to create long, slender pieces that then will convert into smaller diced pieces to put in the salad. When we're teaching kids, we call that making sticks and then making bricks. It's easy to remember. So once you have created the sticks, you can rotate them and then make a small dice. Now the technique I'm using with a knife is an efficient way of cutting where you keep the tip of the knife down and then push down and through the food and then lift the knife up after you're through the cut. Then you pull back and repeat that in a rocking motion. So remember to keep the tip down on the cutting board. That makes it much easier to cut. And then we can move on to the carrots. I've chosen multicolored carrots because they just add additional color and beauty to the whole salad, but any kind of carrot is perfectly fine. So with the carrots, we want to do the same thing and create a flat surface so that we can cut as efficiently as possible. So first we just cut off the stem end of the carrot, and then what I'd suggest is cutting roughly equal segments of the carrot that to each one we can then use what's called a bridge cut, where you place the knife here and put your hand around the knife and the food to then make your flat surface. From there you want to go back to cutting sticks and bricks. Super. So now we've finished cutting up all these beautiful carrots and we'll add those to our bowl. The salad doesn't require any cooking and it also doesn't require any dressing. The sweetness from the different fruits and vegetables gives everything you need to make it delicious. And then we have already gotten a cup of the pineapple in its own juice, so we can just throw that right in there. Easy. And then we'll head on to the beets. So again, we have a round vegetable, so we're going to make a flat surface out of this. In the same manner as we did with the other fruits and veggies. And we'll add all those beautiful beets into the bowl. So now the only thing left to do is to prepare the fresh mint that we're going to put on top of the salad. For cutting herbs, you want to decide whether or not you're going to include the stem. A lot of stems of herbs are edible, and if they're smaller, you could chop them and put them in. That can add more flavor. If the stems are really large, you may not want to include that. It's going to have a different texture, and in some cases the stems might be bitter. In this case I decided to take the leaves of mint off of the stems, and so we're just left with about a quarter cup of loose leaves of fresh mint. So to cut this, you want to kind of make a ball of the leaves underneath your hand, and then again use the claw to keep your fingers out from under the knife. And again, keep your tip down with the knife and just move back. And that'll make slices of the mint, and if you want smaller pieces, just turn it the other way, and then there you go. So before we add that into the bowl, all we need to do is mix it. See how beautiful all those colors are. And then we could just sprinkle with fresh mint. Pretty easy, right?